Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to make some cha. So you're gonna need to get mainly orange pico of some sort. Orange pico. I use the red rose. It's the most tasty. And oh, I was hoping I'd be able to flip it the camera, but I guess I can't now that I'm front facing. So bear with me. You will also need a pan on your stove, empty, and here's my cup. I've got it filled just over halfway with water, and that's a good way to gauge like when you're just learning how much water you're gonna need to make your cha. So I'm just gonna pour it into my thing and fire it up. Nice medium heat. And I've already got my spices here. I'm just gonna throw it in and then I'll show you what I'm putting in. So they're all gonna go in. You can crush them up and it's gonna help intensify the flavor. And your 1 tea bag, you can use this for probably 2 cups if you're making it for yourself and a friend. And then just of course double the water and then just let it steep a little bit longer while it cooks on the stove. And what I used in there is fennel seeds. And I tried to measure it out because I usually just grab a pinch and just sprinkle in as much as you like. So you can adjust it. You can put more or less of any of these spices if one of them comes through a bit too much for you. So the fennel I put, when I measured it, about 1/4 of a teaspoon, a nice heaping teaspoon. Nice quarter teaspoon. Heaping quarter teaspoon. And then you'll also need these, which are green cardamom seeds. You can find, usually if you have like an international section, you can find all this stuff there. They look like this and they smell nice and sweet, and when you crush them, yeah, you'll get more flavor out of it. And then you'll need also black cardamom, which looks like this. It looks a lot different than the green. But this is how you spell it. Cardamom seed. I can send a picture of all this stuff after too. And then, yeah, so you'll just need the green, the black, and the fennel. And then your red rose. And then sugar to taste. And once this is boiling, then I will come back and show you when I pour the milk in how like creamy it should look. Okay, so another key thing is using homo milk, which is like 3.25%. It makes it the creamiest and like the tastiest, but I mean, you don't have to use it. I used to use the 2% for the longest time, so I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Use whatever kind of milk you want. Okay, so you can see now that it's like quite black. That's been steeping for a little while. I just brought it to a boil and let it just kind of boil the crap out of it. Sometimes I boil it a little too hard and then my tea bag bursts, which it has. Anyways, so then you're just gonna pour your milk in and you want it to look like, I don't know, nice and white and creamy. So yeah, just try to pour in as much as you want, really. But the creamier, in my opinion, the better. And then for the sugar, I usually just use this, but it probably works out to being about 1 to 2 teaspoons. I don't know, however sweet you like your tea. If you don't like sugar, then that's an option too. My mama Dosange doesn't put the sugar in hers, and then they'll have like a sweet cookie on the side of it and dip it in and then just eat that. So yeah, now once the milk is in, you're gonna want to give it a stir if you add the sugar like I do. If not, then avoid this step. You don't need to do it, it's unnecessary. So you can just let it steep again. The tea bag is still in, and then I'm just gonna bring it to a boil, and be careful on this stage because if you look away for 1 second, that's usually when it starts to boil and it will overflow. Like, it happens to me almost all the time. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, I'll just put this dish in the sink, and I look back and psh, there's just milk everywhere. So watch out for that hazard. And yeah, I'll be back when it's boiling. Okay, so she's bubbling. It's gonna go crazy. See, it's starting to grow. Yeah, that's the hazard. Going up the sides. Not today. Okay, and mine looks a bit frothy. I took a measuring cup and I just frothed it. Tej's mom usually uses just a random cup and she froths it. I'm not 100% sure what the frothing does, but it's just a step. I'm sure you can miss the whole thing. And then you're going to want to scoop out your tea bag. I've got one of these things. I'm just gonna throw it in my sink for now. And my bag totally burst, so you can see all the grounds. But you're just gonna pop it into your cup. You're gonna need one of these things because you're gonna want to filter out all those seeds. And see if I can pour this and show you and not spill. And go. Beautiful cup of cha. And I would take a sip, but it's scalding. So yeah, enjoy yours, and if you make it, let me know how you like it.